If you followed YouTube for the last 3 years, you'll recognize this individual as Valdez, aka the Angryman. I became acquainted with Angryman and the rest of the so-called Black Manosphere of YouTube around April of 2017. One of the first live streams I saw from this content creator was one he did questioning what appeared to be an inappropriately close relationship between NBA star Kevin Durant and his mother, showing photos of Durant and his mother lip-locking in public. Suffice it to say, I love my mother too, but I never once kissed her on the lips. Ugh. Angryman noted that such relationships tend to be prevalent among black single moms and their sons, who are expected by them to take on the role of man of the house, as opposed to having a live-in boyfriend or husband. Angryman also quoted psychologists who published papers on the phenomenon, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. I watched a few more of his live streams before subscribing and beginning to donate small amounts of money to his channel. Due to last year's so-called YouTube adpocalypse, where advertisers began yanking ads because they didn't want their ads showing next to videos deemed hate speech, Angryman and other black content creators were hurt financially after being shafted out of their shares of YouTube ad revenue. Angryman says he dedicates his channel to helping young brothers be the best they can be. Heck, he helped this older black man by citing in one of his live streams the book The 48 Laws of Power, which I purchased and am still reading. So Angryman asked for his subscribers to make recurring donations to his Patreon page due to the YouTube ad revenue drying up. I was among those who answered the call. I've been one of his Patreons for a year. It's safe to say that Valdez / Angryman and me, Quad B, have little in common other than we are both black men and YouTube content creators. Angryman is about 40, which makes him of Generation X. I am 58 and a baby boomer. By his own admission, he has had a rough hood-type upbringing. I, on the other hand, grew up sheltered in a bubble in a lower middle-class black neighborhood. But the one thing we both have in common is that we are trying to launch our own respective enterprises and have to beg, cajole, and plead for other black folks to support us financially. Angryman talks about being criticized by other black people for soliciting donations during his live streams. He asks for 10 donations per live stream. He may as well call himself Dr. Angryman DDS, because seeking donations from his audience is like pulling teeth. And Negroes still mock him. Now, is he profane at times? Yes. Is he emotional at times? Yes. But is he engaging? You damn skippy. If nothing else, you cannot say Angryman is not passionate about what he does. And lest you think I'm doing this video to kiss Angryman's ass, please disabuse yourself of that notion right now. As I said, we don't have a lot in common. We are not close friends. However, we do interact occasionally on his Discord platform. So if you tight-fisted folk won't listen to Angryman, perhaps you'll listen to me, Quad B, formerly known on YouTube as Bamboozled Black Baby Boomer. Why does Angryman solicit donations? Because he is providing a service. Or put another way, he is running a business called AMG Entertainment. I feel the brother's pain. You see, I tried to solicit donations to launch a podcast on how to contract with private sector entities such as federal, state and municipal governments, school districts, and even those local utility agencies that handle sewage disposal. I've worked since the year 2000 in government contracting, writing, and assembling the necessary bids and proposals that private companies seeking contracts submit to potential public sector clients. I engaged a sister in Miami, Florida, who has her own public relations firm to help me set up a GoFundMe, a Facebook fan page, and to write press releases. Depending on the donation size, we offered bits of swag such as coffee mugs, t-shirts, and thumb drives. We launched in August 2017. I waited for the donations to roll in. Instead, I heard crickets. Well, not entirely. I received $50 from a former white male colleague who thought what I was doing was a good idea, and $25 from the PR consultant just to prime the pump, if you will. After about a month, we were both scratching our heads, so we lowered the various donation amounts significantly. The crickets continued to chirp. After some more time went by, the PR lady said she could not understand the lack of support I was getting, despite my having more than 500 Facebook friends, 900 contacts on the business platform LinkedIn, and more than 1,900 followers on Twitter. I announced the podcast on all three platforms. So I thought, well, maybe I need to prove to folks I'm serious. So I did a video showing the equipment I purchased for the podcast, including a new computer and mixer. I also created videos on how to register one's business with the federal government for contracting. I produced 2 videos on how to use a category of business called historically underutilized business areas or hub zones to try to seek employment or business relationships. But alas, those videos got far fewer views than those purporting to talk about black female fuckery. Still, nothing but crickets. I told my mother about my struggle to gain donations for my planned podcast. Her response, "Are you surprised?" Sadly, I had to admit I was not surprised. That's why I feel Angryman's pain. Why do black people have no problems giving up 10% of their gross or net incomes to Pastor Porkchop of the Church of What's Happening Now, which does nothing for the black community but promise post-death trips to heaven, while in some cases providing lavish lifestyles for these church leaders, but will not support black individuals trying to make a go of their own little enterprises, which tend to grow with the proper care and feeding into large enterprises. Jason Black, a YouTube content creator who created the 2015 documentary 7 a.m., says that black people remain the poorest people on the planet, not just because of racism, but also due to our lack of power, wealth, and influence, which starts with supporting each other's businesses. There is a verse in the Bible's book of 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. One could make the same analogy for the black community. If you are black and you don't support a black business, any black business, be it online or physical, with your dollars, then you are worse than an infidel. The word infidel being used in the King James Bible version of that verse. I support the Angryman and AMG Entertainment because I believe his business has the potential to grow into a black media juggernaut by the time he is my age. I want to say, hey, I supported AMG when AMG was small and struggling. As for Quad B, I plan to incorporate on my YouTube channel videos on private sector contracting down the road. I am also doing a subscriber drive in which current and future subscribers to the Quad B channel will be entered into a giveaway of a STEM related prize. I want to encourage us to get our young people into STEM, which is an acronym for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. If you like this video, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Also, click on the bell so that when Quad B uploads new content or goes live, you will be notified. Until next time, this is Quad B saying peace, deuces, and God bless.